The journey so far. In the beginning, death sought the Crowfather, but what he found was something more. A secret once forgotten, a path to another world.
Hey there everybody, it's Kuddlesnot, and I'm here with episode 2 of the Darksiders 100%, Darksiders 2 100% perfect walkthrough. And in the last episode we progressed through the Dark Fortress and defeated War Shade. And fun fact, turns out if you save and then restart the game at this point, or save at the point I was at the end of the last episode, then come back at a later date or time or whatever, hit the fight War Shade again. But yeah. Alright, now let's go talk to the Crowfather.
Open the portal.
Your secrets die with you, old fool.
My secrets, but not yours. The uncountable worlds of our universe swirl in an endless abyss. Many worlds ravaged by time or conflict are swallowed by the abyss, returned to the nothingness from which they were formed. But others linger for eternity on the brink of annihilation, that creation might be balanced with destruction. And in the final moment of battle, death was banished to one such world in the autumn of its life, yet not far from the edge of darkness. Had death been sent to his doom? That answer would be found in the horseman's future and in his past.
Be still, horseman. You are wounded.
Don't touch me.
Your arrival here is a bad omen. Yes, it troubles me greatly.
Old one, there's more trouble ahead if you don't start making sense. Where is the tree of life?
Life? This world is dying, lad. Choking on chaos and corruption. We can do little to stop it. Soon, the great tree too shall perish, and with it, the last of my people. Is that not what brought you here, Pale Rider?
I seek the tree. Your chaos and corruption don't concern me.
Alright,
It seems we do concern you.
James Cosmo everybody. What an actor. Sons of Anarchy is where I personally know him from, but apparently he's also amazing in Game of Thrones. But anyway, so another fun fact is that when I assumed that the Crow Carry-On achievement would be unlocked is after defeating War Shade, but it's actually after the cutscene and before the Maker shows his face. So the spreadsheet and everything has been edited accordingly, and I'll put a little annotation in the main video, the first video.
You fight well, but this corruption can't be beaten with a blade. Seek out the Forged Sister. Ask her about the fire of the mountain. Help her, and she will help you reach the tree. As for me,
I must return to my work. Alright, Maker, go do that. So, welcome to the Mass Effect dialogue wheel, where it gives you a little snippet of what he's going to say, and then he says something, much more long-winded. But of course, there's no decisions to be made or anything. And unfortunately, guys, this is a 100% walkthrough, and 100% to me includes all these little annotations. Not annotations, little, conversations. So just bear with me here.
And who are you to command a rider?
I am a maker, older than even the Charred Council. These hands have laid the foundations for many worlds, but that was long ago. And now, they but hardly know the touch of stone.
And, okay, so remember in the last episode I mentioned something about death seems extremely inquisitive, much more so than a sarcastic, tunnel vision sort of get the job done nature would indicate. I mean, case in point right here.
Are you not curious as to why I seek the tree?
I would not presume to question one of the four, but yes, tell me.
I must restore humanity, to redeem war.
Heaven and hell battle upon the shattered earth. All creation trembles, and at the center of it all stands your brother.
He is innocent.
I never said he wasn't. The tree holds power over life and death. If you would resurrect humanity, then you are headed in the right direction. Be warned. A dark presence dwells now within the tree, and the path is barred.
Corruption in purple texts. The fire of the mountain. Speak to Alia. And our first level up. Sweet. Our first skill point. You have leveled up, and I can't do anything until I press the select button, so... Alright, so I guess this is a good time to talk about skills. So there's two different trees you can see, Harbinger and Necromancer. Harbinger is much more based on weapons and utilizing, close quarters combat. And will require you want lots of strength and critical damage. Critical damage and critical chance is what you want, if you're going to focus on the Harbinger tree. For Necromancer, you want arcane critical damage, and critical damage, I think. Actually, I've done more with Harbinger than Necromancer, but this is more of a spellcaster where it's less about his physical attacks, more about the wrath powers themselves, like this first one is to summon bloodthirsty ghouls. So that's why arcane's more important, because it actually powers up the wrath powers themselves, whereas strength's more important for these because these are still considered physical attacks even if they're boosted by wrath. See, what you want to do really depends on your playstyle. What's more fun to watch? Some nasty criticals. Some ghouls explode. Okay, yeah, definitely go Necromancer. Now we have to equip the skill. Okay, where is this one going? This sucker's going on Y button. Using skills drains wrath and can be restored by striking enemies or using a wrath potion. So, this is our first actual loot chest. And dropping something nice. Some level 2 wraps, which I auto-equipped. Sweet. And nothing else around here. Time to do some walking. So like I said, as a 100% guide, I'm going to be talking to them, doing all the side quests as well, of course, but I'm doing all of the dialogue options, because it's just what I want to do. Press select to access I can't read today. It's also 3 in the morning, but that's not the point. Context sensitive, that's what it was. That was the word. Context sensitive. Doom. Alright, so awesome little music thing going on. There's a Serpent Tome. And there's Alia and Varus, who we have to go talk to. And there's Thane. Hi, Thane. First things first, let's destroy all this environment. Get some guilt. Guilty guilt. So as I was saying, 100% guide, which means that all of those little dialogue options, I am going to listen to them. So that means that the first time we come to an area like this, there's just going to be a hell of a lot of talking. So, you'll be able to see pretty clearly when something important starts happening, because I'll be talking about it or whatever. So feel free to skip through if you want, or you can just watch and enjoy. And we totally missed... no, we don't need it, do we? Nope. Alright, Thane, come here, buddy.
The Reaper. It's about time you came.
Damn straight.
The makers are dying, and our realm. We few are all that
But you're
remain.
big.
A warrior's life is never easy, old one.
Aye, not easy, but simple. I always saw my end with blade in hand. A field of enemy
Big,
dead before.
giant ham axe.
What glorious end awaits you hiding behind these gates?
You cannot fight corruption, nor can you harm it. You can only kill those it has claimed. Every blow I strike against corruption is a blow against my own people. Muse on that, Ryder, before you mark me as a coward.
Okay, I'm using. Alright, so first thing, he does give this to you, but why not grab it for right now? Harvester's Revenge. And that's the dash attack, very critical. They showed you a new move, Harvester's Revenge. And that's a dash attack. And there's also one for the secondary weapon that you can pick up later, but not right now. Actually, I think you can if you have enough guild, but I don't. And then you can also get the first side quest.
I can end your troubles, Maker.
Well, you're welcome to try. This blade is more ancient than you, Ryder.
And taller to
Taller
boot.
I will break it, and you, down to size.
Speaking of boots, about the same size anyway. Okay, so we could fight Thane right now, and you have a tough fight, and if you wanted to, you could certainly beat him. But, okay, so this is a good point to explain. So how I'm going to progress through this is as if I was on Nightmare, which means, so if you're playing Nightmare, you can kind of use this as a guide as well. Although it doesn't matter for Thane, because he doesn't actually kill you, I'm going to be doing all the side quests in areas at the appropriate level, meaning that you can do almost all fights in all areas, even if you're under-leveled, as long as you have the correct items. But just everything will be more difficult. But I'm going to be doing it so you're at the correct level, as well as the right items, and it's the most optimized, efficient way that I can figure out. So that means that we're not going to fight Thane until we're a couple levels richer, probably when we come back, or maybe even after we unlock the tiers, but we'll see. And here is the Serpent Tome. Here we can send stuff to friends. Here's where Crucible Pass and pre-order items and ordered, like additional DLC items will be sent. And here's also where we can get the Pay It Forward achievement, but we're not going to get that yet. We're going to wait until I can start recording on the Xbox again. But you can just send anything to a friend if you have a friend, and he will, and not he, doesn't matter what they do, but you will get the achievement if you just send something to a friend. And I have a little video guide for it. Not that there's anything guide, but it's got my 3 gamer tags on it, so go check that out.
Hey, brother! Maker's beard. The rumors are true. A horseman in the Forge lands. The name's Alia, and that's my brother Valis. We are the keepers of this forge, though I reckon that means less now than once it did.
This is a Maker's Forge?
Nay, the Maker's Forge is lost to us, silenced by the hands of corruption. But in its depths we once crafted the dark towers of hell and the cities of heaven.
Now you make trinkets?
And you, one of the 4, now seek the aid of the Makers? I guess we've all fallen from high places.
I came here seeking the tree, and your elder speaks of fire. What is it?
Aye, the fire of the mountain, the Stonefather's blood. It once flowed into our forge, as did the tears. Both imbued our craft with incredible power, the heart and the soul of stone. But corruption has taken them, and now our forge is silent.
Why does this concern me?
The way to the tree is lost, barred by corruption. You can no more leave this place than we. Restore our forge, and the tree can be reached.
I don't follow your reasoning.
We are makers, not warriors. But we are not without our weapons. Before the forge was lost, we crafted a mighty creature of soul and stone. A colossus to fight this corruption. But to awaken him requires a maker's key. And we need our forge to craft one.
Yes.
Will you help us?
Yes, I will. Against my better judgment, I will. And here we go, some more talking.
What is this cauldron?
A temple built in the shadow of Stonefather's Peak. There the fire of the
mountain.
mountain was harnessed and passed
the
into
purple
our
highlights.
forge. Ride east of town, ride through the charred pass, and towards the cindery peak of the Stonefather. There, you will find the cauldron.
Yeah, we will. brother's quiet, although we do hear him smacking on the anvil.
Words, your brother.
But hardly silent. His voice is the ring of the hammer and the roar of the white flame.
Yes, he works while you talk.
Zing!
I may have need of a blade.
Is your need greater than ours, horseman? I think not. We fight for the survival of our realm and our kin.
Realm.
Prove worthy, and mayhaps we can do business.
Mayhaps. Alright. Cool, and then Valis over here just grunts at us. Man, I bet that guy got paid real good for that. Anyway. Alright, so, like I said, Serpent Tome. So, I have a Crucible. You need the Crucible pass and go to Serpent Tome. I have a pay it forward little achievement guide that has all three of my gamer tags on it. One for PS3, Xbox 360, and for Steam. So if you need it, don't have a buddy that has Darksiders 2, just add me, and I'll accept you, and you can send me and get the achievement.
We've been awaiting your arrival, horseman. Your shadow has long hovered over this realm.
Many know the Reaper, Old One, but I don't know you.
We are the builders of this world, but corruption seethes at its heart and destroys in days what we shaped
has a
over
big
eons.
staff.
Adar does his best to soothe our pain, but our souls yearn for only one comfort.
And that
Death.
strand of
We
hair
are
is
without
interestingly
hope.
placed. So here's Muria, who can sell us stuff, talismans in particular, and is blind and has a huge rack. But hey, we're all mature people here and didn't notice that at all. But she also gives us a couple of side quests. One that's pretty critical to get before you head off to the cauldron.
Horseman, do you ever doubt your future?
No.
So one
So
like
awesome
yourself
way to say
would
no.
set out
No.
to change a fate that displeases him. That is a long and dangerous path, even for Death himself.
How is that your concern, Shaman?
Only that I am skilled at crafting talismans. If you gather the proper
I know I'm good at
materials
this.
and return them to me,
So go
I'll make a
collect
potent
stuff for me.
talisman to aid you on your journey.
What do you require?
So, to be
Stock is
honest,
known, mordant dew,
this scared
and
the
carved
crap
in
out of me
stone.
the first time I saw
It
it.
is
I was
not
like,
a simple charm.
oh no,
Where can I find them?
we're gonna have
Somewhere
a
in the Forest
bunch
Lands. I
of
rarely leave
run and collect this
Tristone,
for
but
me
that
and bring it
Puck
back
Khan is always
quests.
out exploring. He
But
can tell you
thank you
more
Lucky
than I do.
Stars is the only one. But again, it works with the story, but again the whole side quest system seems tacked on, but that's not the point. But hey, it's critical to get it now because we're going to go to the 3 areas that we need to get it, and it's meant to kind of complement the main quests.
Tell me, Shaman, what is corruption?
I only know what I fear it to be. That corruption is hate given life, and that hate does not come from trees or stones, but from ourselves.
Hate comes from ourselves. Oh, that's deep.
To despair, Old One, and yet raise life from the earth.
I am a shaman, bound to this task even as our days darken. We are as the vines,
And
coming to
that
root,
braid is
then
just
to flower and then to decay, dropping seeds upon the
perfectly
dust,
placed
a circle everlasting.
and
I
highlights
cannot
the
stop it, nor can I stop you.
support, I guess, that they provide to her hair. And my god, Death is chatty.
Tell me more about the Tree of Life.
The forest around the tree has been corrupted. It hungers. You cannot reach the tree, not with breath still in you.
Good to know. Alright, so we'll come back. We don't have enough money to buy anything right now. And we don't need any health potions or anything, so we will be back. But that is everything to talk to right now, although we'll need to do a little bit more talking before we head out. However, I like to do, and you'll see me do, is I like doing this double evade to get a little more extra speed. I definitely think it does, but if you do 3, that's when you get held up, and I'm not sure if it's actually faster or not. But if you do 2, and then run, and then do 2 again, you're golden. Golden.
The fire is more valuable than I.
Golden armor.
You should make haste to the temple.
Okay, let's go. No, oh, I guess we have to talk.
Fire alone won't save your realm. You speak of the forge.
Aye. Without the fire and the tears of the mountain, without the forge itself, we have no means to clear the forest and reach the Tree of Life.
What then?
The face kind of looks like James
Our power
Cosmo
is
too.
over creation,
If you look at
over
pictures or
death
watch
and
him,
despair.
it's kind of got that same facial.
And therefore,
I totally said my mic.
Lord
Has the same
of
sort of facial
destruction,
structure.
Perhaps in that
And I get,
there is hope.
and I could also, I'm also guessing you can make, not guessing, you could also make the argument that
It is as
his
ancient
his
as the realm itself.
his questions are kind of like, okay, to get the best, situational report, sit rep of what he's about to go do, so he can be as best prepared. And certainly death might be that sort of, planning and precision that war wasn't, where war is just brute force. But death is absolutely, absolutely confident in his abilities. So him sitting around instead of going and doing, accomplishing what he needs to do and saving his brother, he's talking.
Mine are right to the court.
Well, if you fancy
I won't talk about that
corruption
anymore.
waste deed, that's as good a place
There'd be
as
a lot of
any.
talking
You know, there's a reason this case
for me to be talking about that.
If you were a friend, I wouldn't have let you pass. But then, who is friend to death?
See that I'm not sure about. So in Darksiders, they're treating death, the horseman, like the Grim Reaper, with the Reaper form and all that kind of thing. But biblically, as well as in any other sort of, and I just skipped a little text. I'm sorry, a little talking. I'm sorry. Biblically, they're separate. There's the Angel of Death, which is the Grim Reaper, which in this game is Azrael. At least that's what War calls him in the Black Throne. And just like Ulthane. Thanks, buddy. Because Ulthane is also an old one. The treat Death and the Grim Reaper is the same. Death, the Horseman, and the Grim Reaper as the same, but they're really not. But in Darksiders they are. All right, so we can get our first collectible now. Down here in the water, and just, we'll be doing a lot of swimming in water. Not because there's a lot of water, but because that's where a lot of collectibles are hidden like in little nooks under the water, or even clearly in the water, but down below. So, kind of like rule of thumb is if you see some water, a big pool of water, there's probably a thing or two in it. So, swim around. And there's also like a lot of secret entrances and access to secret chests and stuff like that in water. So, water is a good thing. And death can move pretty quickly through it. So, that was our first Boatman coin. And there's 100 of them in the entire game. And their only use is to be traded to Vulgrim, who we're going to meet in the next episode. And you can be traded for what are called random loot boxes, which contain like random pieces of armor that have certain rarity, or even possessed weapons. And possessed weapon costs the most. It costs 20 coins and like 50,000 gilt. Now that's for another time. Now we got to wrap up this episode. So, thanks for watching. If you like the spreadsheet guide, make sure to send me a PM if you're a subscriber. And guys, subscribe, like it, helps me out a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Kuddlesnot, signing off, and I'll see you again next time.